If you can hear that, this dog has been barking for literally 2 hours. It is lunchtime, 12 o'clock. I got up at 10. This dog has been barking for 2 hours. Hi guys, Freaky Fishka here with another video for you today. Today's deck profile we are doing Dragon Link. I took this deck to locals last night and actually came third place out of, I think it was about 15 people. This deck has actually surprised me. It's still very playable. Obviously, yesterday was the first day of the new Banlist where Elpy got banned and Striker Dragon went to 1. And I actually got really excited to play this deck again because it's new, basically. You can try and figure out new ways of playing the deck without using the old combos. I won't lie, I'm not the best Dragon Link player. I prefer to play like control mid-range decks like Salad, Marine Cess, that sort of stuff. But sometimes I like to dabble in a bit of combo like Mermail and Dragon Link. In this video today, I will showcase you my personal Dragon Link deck that I took to locals last night. I got third, and I'll show you a small combo at the end as well to how you can still do the old combo using new cards. Anyway guys, we're just going to jump into the profile. Obviously, again, any questions feel free to ask in the end. There will be some more videos coming up soon of my match replays, my feature matches basically from locals where I play this deck against other people at locals. Bear in mind, it is only in locals, so I'm not claiming to have won some big, large regional event, but I'm still very happy to stick to locals and do relatively well. So with the main deck, obviously we're going to play 3 Starly Safer. This is probably the best normal summon in a deck and can access any other level 4 dragon or level 8 if you need to discard 2. Normally using this to search the Chaos Dragons or maybe Tracer if you need it. Our second normal summon is obviously a Chamber Dragon Maid. Searches a Dragon Maid spell or trap. You use it to search Tidying based on the trap card. We all know what this one does. It is a little bit expensive. Obviously, as you can see, I've got 2 Italian copies and 1 English copy, just because that's my way of circumnavigating the cost. Moving on next to the next engine, we're actually playing 3 Dragoonity Remus. This is a new card, came from Ghost from the Past. Basically, you discard it to search Dragon Ravine, and then if you control Dragoonity monster, you can special summon it from your graveyard, but it gets banished when it leaves the field. If you use this second effect, it does lock you into dragons, so annoyingly, we're locked into dragons in our dragon deck. Oh no. Basically, the combo is that you discard Remus to search Dragon Ravine, then you search with Dragon Ravine Legatus. You can special summon the Legatus because you control Dragon Ravine or Dragoonity monster, and then you can synchro these 2 into level 6. Really good combo. It is really annoying to open the Dragoonity Legatus on its own because it's basically a dead card, but you can use it as a free extender if you make Romulus or a Dragon Ravine as well. The most annoying thing with these cards is they are actually wind, so if you open them with Chaos Space, it is kind of a dead card because you can't Chaos Space away these because obviously they're not light or dark. Extra parts of the Dragoonity engine, we're playing a Mist Valley Baby Rock. You can search this off of one of the Dragoonity Synchros, and when it's sent to the grave, you can special summon it. That's a when effect, not an if effect, so if you use it for Dragon Ravine, it won't work. It needs to be the last thing that happens as it being discarded. And then the last Dragoonity monster is one Mistalin, which is basically you special summon it by sending a Dragoonity monster to the grave, and on summon it equips a Dragoonity monster from your graveyard. Next engine we are playing is a Rocket engine, so we're playing 3 Rocket Tracer, pretty much standard in all Dragon Link decks, alongside 1 Recharger. I was playing 1 Magna Rocket Dragon as well alongside it, but I took it out just because I need space. This is a 43 card deck currently, and obviously you want to try and cut it down to 40, but I can't really find out what to take out. To go over the level 4s, obviously playing 1 Rocket Synchron, 1 Absolute Router, which can search any of these when it's sent to grave. And then on the second engine, we're playing White, Black, Brotar, and Levineer as our basically Chaos Dragon engine. Levineer is really good because obviously it hand rips a card, or you can pop 2 going second. Playing also a Zephyros because it's a wing beast. You can search off one of the Dragoonity monsters, and it's a free extender. You can bounce like the World Legacy Guard Dragon. You can bounce Ravine to use it again because it's not once per turn. You can bounce Boot Sector if you want to keep it around. There's a lot of things you can bounce with Zephyros, which is quite nice, and it's a free extender. For hand traps, we haven't really got a lot of space. We're only playing 3 Gamma, 1 Driver. Obviously, it does suck you up in a Driver, but you can Chaos Space it away, which is very nice. The Gammas do work really well because obviously if you Remus discard to add Ravine and they try and draw you or ash you, you can obviously summon your Gamma. And actually sometimes it works better because 1 Gamma being triggered is either a free Omega for enough hand rip, so they lose 2 cards basically, or you can make Chaos Ruler if your hand isn't great to try and dig into some combo pieces, or put some Chaos Spaces in the grave. That's it for monsters. Now on to spells. Playing 3 Quick Launch, summon any rocket from your deck. 3 Chaos Space, discard a light or dark, add a different attribute between level 4 and 8. search basically levy near, or you search your baby chaos dragons, and if it's engraved you can banish it to recycle one of your banished local darks and also draw a card. Really nice effect. 3 World Legacy Guard Dragon as a free extender, 2 Dragon Ravine because now we can search it with Remus. It's really useful, and sometimes we use 2 going into a combo. Like I said, it's not once per turn, it's a very old style card, so if you bounce it with Zephyros or search a new one, you can use them again. Boot Sector for your Striker Dragon, and then finally Dragunity Glow. You can search this off Romulus, and it's actually a very good card. It's new again, it's from Ghost from the Past. You can add 1 level 5 or higher Dragunity, so you search your Mistlin, and then you can banish it from your grave to summon a Dragunity monster that is equipped to a Dragunity in defense position. So you can't summon Romulus if you quick Romulus, but you can summon one of the Synchros, which we'll talk through later, and go with our combo. Finally, trap cards, we are playing 2 Tidying because we're playing triple chamber and it's really nice to search, and then 1 Imperial Order. Order is just a good card because it protects against Dark Ruler, can stop like tanky searches for Tri Brigade, stops Drytron, stops Striker, which is obviously coming back into the format. And we can bounce it if we need to with Zephyros, or we can pop it with Tracer. We have loads of ways of outing it ourselves. Okay guys, we are at that point in the video where I give a shout out to a channel that I personally watch. Once again, I have not been asked to nor paid to do this. I want to make that clear that I'd never asked or paid, and if anyone does ask me, I just won't do it. This week's shout out goes out to Yugioh. Very simply, he is a YouTuber and also a very good player. He was the guy who basically revitalized Grim as a deck, seeing a lot of success at YCS and regional levels with the deck, and he actually inspired me to play Grim for Bournemouth Regionals and YCS London, which if you go watch some of the videos on my channel, you can see that I had a bit of success with that deck. He's still very hard working. He does upload lots of streams onto YouTube. I highly recommend go and checking out his channel if you want to get good at technical play with some decks that not a lot of people will play. So yeah, well done to Yugioh for being quite a good player. I'd like to remind you guys that I am playing a sealed only series on Fingers Crossed YouTube channel. We're up to episode 12 now, I believe. It's been a blast. I am obviously playing an ABC machine deck, and Fingers Crossed is playing a Yugi themed Shoutout / Magnet Warrior deck, which is quite a cool thing to see. Highly recommend going and watching this series because it's quite fun, it's quite casual, and we're basically having a bit of a blast. That was the main deck. Now onto the extra deck. We are actually playing 3 Seal. A lot of people are saying I should cut one of these and make it into a Hulk. I don't really see the point of playing Hulk because the Remus locks you into dragons, and it's not really that great. Seal, I really like playing 3 because it gives you that grindy game. You can always just make a Seal pass, which is quite enough disruption, and it gets you a combo piece from your deck that you need it later on. Other Link 2, we're playing on 1 Romulus because it on summon can search Dragon Ravine or Dragunity Glow. Normally for the full combo I search Dragunity Glow by the time you make this, and then you can send it to grave to summon the Mistlin to get the Mistlin on board. 1 Striker Dragon, it's now at 1. Being at 1 does pretty much just turn it into a 1 link 1 for terraforming to search Boot Sector. We don't really use the second effect anymore, which is quite sad. Hopefully they don't hit Dragon Link anymore. If they do, they'll probably hit something in the main deck, and saying nothing in the main deck was hit. So you might see something like Quick Launch to 1 or Chamber Dragon Maid to 1, something stupid like this to try and hurt it consistently, maybe even safe hurt to 1. But hopefully they don't do that, because right now Dragon Link isn't the best deck by far. It is a viable deck, but not the best deck. 1 Guard Dragon Pisty, the only Guard Dragon that's left. I don't even really use it anymore. Sometimes in the grinder game I use it, or if I have a specific combo in mind. Half the time I just use it to get like to trigger the white or black Chaos Dragon. That's pretty much what I use it for now. 1 Quad Borrow because again it enables OTKs and it's actually very grindy. 1 Boral Sword because it is your OTK enabler. 1 Dragunity Knight Gaydog. Very simply, this card is very good. It's a search and a discard. So think of it as a Foolish Barrel. You can add 1 level 4 lower dragon or wing beast from your deck to hand, and then discard 1 dragon or wing beast card. Normally you're searching and discarding the Mist Valley Baby Rock, which will then trigger to special summon it, because the last thing happening is it's being discarded. You can send Zephyros to grave. If you need to, you can search Tracer and discard something. In theory, you can search also Remus and Legatus, but by then you've probably already made this. You could search Chamber. The cool thing about this card is you don't need to discard what you search. Obviously, you can search something like Tracer and then discard a Baby Rock to then trigger, because, again, you don't have to discard what you search. You can always just search basically a dragon to your hand, as long as you open one of the things you want to discard. Then we're playing 1 Crystal Ring on top as basically a first negate that we can make. We can make this with the Gator combo to search Mist Valley Baby Rock, summon it, and then obviously make Crystal Ring. Normally as your 5th summon, so you're protected from Nibiru. Crystal Ring's still a really good card. It obviously has only a monster negate, so you can't negate very problematic spells and traps, but it is a free big body, and it can also get very large with its negations and its attack boost. 1 Borreload, because again we're Dragon Link, 1 Chaos Ruler, because again we're Dragon Link, 1 Hot Red, because you can make this with Chaos Ruler, plus a Rocket Synchron, 1 Omega, just in case you want to use the Gamma loop instead of going for Chaos Ruler. The only time I do actually do this is if I know I've got full combo in my hand and I just want to take another card out of my opponent's hand. And then finally, 1 Hieratic Dragon King of Atum. This is Elpy 2.0. You can make this with the Dragoonity combo, and basically it summons any dragon from your deck, but its attack and defense becomes 0, and you cannot declare an attack this turn. That doesn't matter if we're going first. You can make this summon Chamber and Tidying. You can make this summon Safer, go into a Chaos Dragon combo. You can summon Tracer, you can summon Rocket Synchron. You can do anything you want. It is literally LP, but without the restrictions of link zones. Anyway, so we're now going to go into a combo. Basically, I'm just going to shuffle my deck, do a test hand, and see how I go. If I get a terrible test hand, then obviously we know the deck sucks, and you should definitely not watch the rest of the profile because it's obviously terrible. That's a joke, obviously. If it does work out, then yay. If it doesn't work out, then yes, some decks can brick. So shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Make sure I'm shuffling correctly. We will go for a cut randomly there, and we will draw 5 cards. Safer, that's good. Ravine, Tracer, and Gamma. Yay, I guess this is a pretty good hand. So what we'll do first is we'll actually go Ravine, discard. We will discard the Chamber, because we can get another one later on with the Dragoonity combo. And we will add a Remus. I'm then going to discard the Remus to search another Ravine. Also, obviously, by the way, this full combo, we have protection from Droll with like Gamma, so that's always really important. I will then activate a second Ravine and add Legatus by discarding the Tracer. So here I'm valuing basically the Starlight Safer for the Chaos combo. I'm going to special the Legatus and then special the Remus from my grave. I'm now locked into dragons from the extra deck for the rest of the turn. I'm going to Synchro Summon for 6 into Durg. Durg will trigger to add and discard a Miss Valley Baby Rock, which will then summon itself, and then we can make a Crystal Wing. So we're now protected against the Nib, and the Gamma isn't really that important anymore, but we're going to normal summon Safer. We're going to send itself for its cost to add the Chaos Dragon, and we're going to add the black. We're going to banish the Safer to summon Collapse Serpent and link off into our one of Striker Dragon. We go Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, and obviously we're going to search black. So we're going to search white and the Rocket Foot Spell, Boost Head to launch, which are there. We're going to summon the white by banishing the black, and then we're going to link these two into Romulus. Romulus on summon will trigger to search for Dragoonity Glow, which in turn will then search for Mistolin. We will then banish the Romulus, centigrade the Romulus to summon the Mistolin, which on summon will summon the Gaydurg, or equip it I should say. Then we can banish the Glow, that's what I'm trying to say, to summon the Gaydurg in defense. We'll then trigger Gaydurg again, because it's not once per turn. And we will add and then discard a Zephyros. We will now overlay into the Atum, and use the Atum to search a Chambermaid, or special summon a Chambermaid, I should say. Chambermaid will then trigger to search Tidying. I will then link the Chamber and the Atum into our seal. Then I will use the Zephyros we dumped earlier, take 400 points damage to bounce the Ravine and special summon it. I will then activate the Ravine, use its effect again because it's not once per turn, and now pitch the Gamma that we didn't need. If we did use the Gamma earlier, then obviously you can make Chaos Ruler and add another card that way. It is no different to the combo. And I will send Absorata, which on send will add the Rocket Tracer. I will then activate Boot Sector, use its effect to summon the Rocket Tracer, and here I have a choice. I can either use the Tracer to pop to summon out a Rocket Synchron, make Chaos Ruler, and then make Hot Red, but that does mean I lose my boot sector. I'm actually going to keep my boot sector around just for a little bit of grind game if I need it, and I'm just going to synchro these two into a Boral Savage, which will then equip the Romulus. And he has 2 negates. So this will be our end board. We have 2 negates, 2 bounces, and obviously the seal will give us some additional material later on down the line. If I didn't want to go for the Savage, we can reset back to this position. I'll use Tracer actually to pop the launch first to summon our Rocket Synchron, which is here. Now I will give it a shuffle. Now that I'm here, I'm locked into dark, so I will again synchro these. Instead of do a Boral Savage, I will go for Chaos Ruler and trigger its effect to mill 5. And this is quite a bad mill, to be honest, but I guess we have to either add the Brotor or the Driver. We will add the Brotor, obviously, because it's actually a useful card. Then I will synchro these into a hot red for some extra negates. So once again, we still have the same board. We have a negate, so we have 2 negates, 2 bounces. We do have a card for a follow-up. We have a Brotor, which can obviously summon. We don't have a discard for it, annoyingly. This is why I'd rather keep the boot sector and go for the first board. But that's basically the full combo now to basically make a kind of okay deck. Still kind of work, basically. Obviously, any questions, leave below. I'm more than happy to answer anything you need to know. And stick around for some matches where I make some combos like this in an actual match situation. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Goodbye.